Hello, and welcome to the LNL podcast.
Yes, in Game of Thrones, the first prologue is from Will, the guy who got executed, the man from the Night's Watch. Eddard Stark's, sorry, Eddard Stark. Yeah. So I read the next slide and I just read the surname for some reason. Eddard, Caitlin, San. Oh, that's why, because Eddard and Caitlin have got Lord and Lady in front of them. So I was reading from Eddard and a Caitlyn, and then the next one hasn't got a lord or lady, so it's just their first name, and then it's got Stark after it. So I was reading down in a straight line. So I just read Eddard, Caitlyn, Stark, and then if I carried on, it would have been Eddard, Caitlyn, Stark, 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 Snow, Lannister, Targaryen. But it's Lord Eddard Stark, Lady Caitlyn Stark, Sansa, Arya, Bran, Jon, Tyrion, and Daenerys are the characters in A Game of Thrones. So one thing that that the TV show doesn't have, or the books don't have actually, is that because each scene is from a point of view of a character. For example, there is a scene between Bronn and Bronn and some knight in season 2. I think you know who Bronn is though.
Um,
The guy who rescued Tyrion, fought for Tyrion to release him from his prison.
oh yeah, him.
Yeah. There's a scene between Bronn and someone else that could not happen in the books because the only way that would be able to happen is if one of the other characters, one of the main characters, was there with them.
Oh, so the show's adding scenes.
Yeah, yeah, and George R. Martin helped write the show as well. So it's not so this everything. Most of the stuff that happens in the show is canon. However, there's a character that dies, and that doesn't happen in the book. Also, oh no, I was about to say something, but it must happen in series 2, so I won't say it. But it doesn't. Something happens with Daenerys that my friend was talking to me about, and he hasn't read the books either. And I was like, yeah, that doesn't happen in the book. So this whole massive plot thing, and then he like looked at the Wikipedia thing, and underneath it, it says this, however, does not happen in the books. He's like, oh. So that's one of the reasons I couldn't. Some of the stuff I can't really get excitement at because I know nothing's gonna happen. I didn't watch the last 3 episodes apart from the. I think I watched Eddard get killed, but I can't remember it.
Would you prefer to watch the show before the books,
I,
or
with a lot of stuff I've done, I wish had done the book, done watched the thing first. For example, I'm trying to remember what was the last film I saw before I read the book. Um, I read Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and the Deathly Hallows before I seen the film, and I would have liked the TV show a lot more if I'd seen it before I'd read the book. The film a lot more if I'd done it the other way around. And the other one was what books have I read? Oh no, I've got a list on here. Don't ask me why. Um, well, yeah. Sometimes reading a book causes me to dislike the film if I read it before I see it. For instance, when I saw I only saw this because I was bullied into it by my friend, but I didn't mind it after I saw it. When I saw the Twilight films, I thought they were alright when I watched them, and then I read the book and I didn't like the films because I thought the films ruined it. And then after I was talking to someone about it a while ago, and came back to hate the books. I can give specific reasons for why I hate it. I think because, for example, the main character Bella is a terrible, terrible, terrible role model. Every other character's a cunt. Mind my language. Uh, Apart from, there's only one person who I don't dislike, and they're an idiot. So yeah, but I think to sum it up is this. There's a picture that sum it up. There we go. Read the left first. So this is practically Twilight, and then compared to Buffy, well, practically it is Twilight.
okay? So lessons from Twilight. I will stalk you, manipulate you, physically abuse you, treat you like an incompetent child, and contemplate killing you regularly. Okay. And then so that was Robert, and then Kristen says, "That's okay. I will just internalise your abuse. It's my fault. After all, you're a man, so you must be right."
Practically Twilight.
So lessons from Buffy. Hey Buff, you need me to bust in and save you at the last minute? No thanks. Let me just slice this misogynistic bastard in half, starting with his balls first. We can snuggle.
You see, Bella would be a terrible role model. It's practically like that. It is practically like that, and she's all messed up. And
Yeah.
then here's this other one. This thing about Kristen Stewart that's quite funny.
How many of these Twilights have you been forced to see?
I've only seen 3 of them. I think there are 4, but I've only seen 3.
I can't remember which one I've seen. I know it wasn't the first, so I didn't have anything and any idea what was going on in the first place. And then I went there because my sister wanted us to. I was just dying. It started off with them just sitting in a field.
That is the 3rd one, I believe.
No, that's what sort of made me realise they weren't for me.
Yeah, I hate not hearing the rest of a story. So I wanted to, after I saw the first one, I wanted to know what happened. One of the main reasons I wanted to know why everybody hated it. And then I disagree with most of them reasons, and I hate it for the reasons that I dislike it for the. You see how long it took me. I think the last time we took, I was still alright with it, but it was after I started thinking about it loads. Character just really annoyed me. Yeah, I find it very difficult to get bored of stuff. You know that thing called Modern Family?
Yeah.
I started watching it just before Christmas. Yeah, it's like when you came round, I was still on the first series, or I was on series 2, like early in it. I've now seen each series about 3 times. I don't get bored of it. I've still got it like, open now. If I press play, I can carry on the episode. I could just I find it really hard to get bored of stuff. Some stuff anyway. I was telling my friend about the point of view of the chapters, and he said, "Wouldn't it be funny if there was a point of view from Hodor?" Hodor. However, there is one page which is completely covered with Hodors. It's so funny. Is there something happens, and he's just going Hodor for ages and ages and ages.
I liked it when Tyrion was captured with the crazy woman who breastfeeds her son.
Yeah.
And he's sort of in that sort of
Lysa.
that caged cell, which is the drop, and that guy keeps coming out and keeps.
Yeah. No, nothing for you. Nothing for you. That guy is funny, but he's a lot funnier in the book. And
No
he's
gold.
just no gold for you. No gold, my gold. It's not on my pay. No gold. No, stop hitting me for a moment. There is such a funny scene that happens at the end of the 3rd book, so hurry up. To one of the characters. At the top, they're in the building and they get pushed out of a window. It's not one of the main characters though. Well, it might be one of the main characters, but yeah, it's so funny though. He's like, you really didn't expect it. They're like hugging another character. It doesn't matter if I say this to you, because I can guarantee if you're reading the book, you would never remember it until after it happened, because you won't be able to tell when it's going to happen. But they're like hugging, standing right next to a window. This person's just been attacking someone, sort of dangling them out, and then they are this person comes along and is like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And it's like, "Oh, I saw what they did. And then the person's like, no, it was all a mistake. You're like, help me. This person here who's dangling me out the window is crazy. And then sort everything out. And they're like hugging them right next to the window. And then, hold on. Let me try and find it. There are so many brilliant quotes from this. Yes. Oh, I'm on the page that it supposedly is. There we go. It goes like this. So this is the crazy person. Like, I've always loved you. I'm proving it, haven't I? I've given you my maiden's gift. I would give, I would give you a son too, but they murdered him with moon tea. Moon tea with tansy mint and wormwood and a spoon of honey drop of ceremony. I never knew it wasn't me. I only drank what father gave me. It was me to blah 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 blah. It was me to blah 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 court so we could be close to one another. You promised me you would never forget that. And then the person, my sweet, silly, jealous wife, he said, chuckling. I've only ever loved one woman, I promise you. This person smiled tremendously. Only one? Blah, do you swear it? Only one? And then he basically says, only your sister. And then her name, and then he gave her a short, sharp shove and pushed her out a window. It's so funny, and you're like, oh my god! And it's like, as they're falling out the window, they're so shocked they don't even scream. Do you know what you haven't got, Luke?
What?
Game of Thrones.
I know. Oh,
Was it,
right on.
The guy at college as well. He hasn't read it either. He's only seen it. And like every time, like we were talking the other day, and every so often we were like, we go into the shop. Hey, you know what's in the shop? What? Game of Thrones? Ooh. And then my other friend Jamie kept going, ooh. It's guy Liam who wants to get the book. And then so yeah, every time we're like, hey Liam, what? Have you guess what's £3? What? Game of Thrones? Ooh. And we walk past their like furniture shop, and I said, hey, look at that. That's a chair. You know what else is a chair, Liam? What? A throne. Ooh. Game of Thrones. Well, do you know the sofa shop, and the sofa's like a chair, yeah. And do you know what else? Do you know what's the type of chair? A throne. Do you know what throne's in? Game of Thrones. Yeah. Ooh.
Well, the thing is,
You
I'm
got
not
top.
exactly the fastest reader, so even when I get this book, it's still going to be a while.
It is really confusing. Just get the audiobook then. It's so much faster to listen to if you can't be bothered to read it. Or get both at the same time. You read the book and then listen to the guy speaking. Well, yeah, as I say, they're done by different people. You know, when I got this, I thought it was the same thing as the Hunger Games. The first time I started it, in my opinion, the Hunger Games and the Game of Thrones were the same thing. And so,
What?
I don't know. And then I thought they were from the. Like, I saw Jamie and Cersei before. I saw like this internet thing about them kissing or whatever. Like, can't find a husband, its brother or whatever. I thought they were from. I thought they were from Hunger Games. Yeah, I've got the Hunger Games, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
No. It's like Game of Thrones?
It's not quite the same as Game of Thrones. There's a lot less incest and, and violence in it, but more or less the same, yeah.
Do you know what's got incest and violence in it? Game of Thrones?
Look, I've already told you. Oh, as soon as we end this call, I will text my family.
I've already told you.
I've already told you.
I thought that's what you actually said. I already told you. 3 months ago. That's when I started it. I've read all books. Do you know I got 3 months ago?
Game of Thrones.
Oh! Do you know what I'm looking at right now? Game of Thrones. Ooh! Who's this?
You know what musical chairs is? Is that what it's called?
Game of Thrones. Ooh. There are two people that read the first book. One of them's called Roy Doctrice, and the other's called Roy Avers. And I've got this awkward thing. I had it for ages to make sure that I couldn't see who the chapter was about. Every time I went to click on the thing, I always had it covered up. So I just saw chapter 1 and I never saw the person's name. So it was always like a gamble whether I clicked on which Roy. It was like it was like read by Roy. Which one? Because I only wanted one of them.
Thank you for listening to the LNL podcast.